Election Day is less than a week away, and the weather's impact on voter turnout and election results has long been a subject of speculation. Conventional political wisdom holds that inclement weather reduces voter turnout, and that's supposed to favor Republicans. But few studies have been done on the subject. One of the first was published in 1994, a paper called "Does Rain Help the Republicans?" The author looked at 3 elections in the 1980s and concluded that rain mostly deters people who weren't likely to vote anyway, Democrats and Republicans alike. But so few of those people end up voting that in the end it didn't really matter. A more comprehensive 2007 study called "The Republicans Should Pray for Rain: Whether Turnout and Voting in U.S. Presidential Elections" looked at elections for the White House from 1948 to 2000 using precipitation data from more than 20,000 locations to assess the impact of rain and snow at the county level on past election days. Here's a look at some of their results. For every 1 inch of rain above the daily average in a county, turnout decreased by about 1%. And for every 1 inch of snow above the daily average, turnout was reduced by about 0.5%. As for partisan consequences, they estimated that for every 1 inch of rain above average, the Republican candidate got an extra 2.5% of the vote. The researchers found that the weather deterred a significant number of voters in only 3 recent presidential elections. The 1972 election was so lopsided for Richard Nixon, and the 1992 election for Bill Clinton, that drier weather wouldn't have changed those outcomes. But in 2000, had Election Day been perfectly dry in Florida, Al Gore probably would have won the state, changing the Electoral College result. The obvious conclusion is, the tighter the race, the more important the weather is. A paper published just this year that focused only on the 2012, 2016, and 2020 presidential elections in North Carolina suggests that any negative effects that rain may have on Election Day's voting is partly offset by the increase in voting by other methods, such as early in-person voting and mail-in ballots. Congress chose early November for Election Day way back in 1845, when the U.S. was still mainly a rural and agricultural society. Harvesting was usually done by then, so farmers had time to vote, and winter hadn't kicked in yet, a plus in those days of horse and buggy travel. Why Tuesday? Well, farmers needed a day to get to the county seat, a day to vote, and a day to get back without interfering with the Sabbath. That left Tuesday and Wednesday, but Wednesday was market day. So Tuesday it was. A look at Election Day weather is coming up in the extended forecast next.